Hello students, today we are going to talk about biological classification including five kingdom classification system. Biological classification is the process by which scientists group living organisms, and its aim is to break down broad subjects into smaller, more manageable and more specific parts. In times past, all living things were compiled together into two kingdoms, namely plants and animals. Animals included every living thing that moved, ate, and grew to a certain size and then stopped growing. Plants included every living thing that didn't move or eat and that continued to grow throughout life. Then Aristotle, a Greek philosopher, is known as a universal scientist. He was the first to attempt a more scientific basis of classification. He used simple morphological characters to classify plants into trees, shrubs, and herbs. He also divided animals into two groups, those which had red blood and those that didn't. Then in 1758, Linnaeus developed two kingdom system of classification. Plantae included all plants and Animalia included all animals. This system didn't distinguish between eukaryotes and prokaryotes, unicellular and multicellular organisms, and also photosynthetic and non-photosynthetic organisms. In addition, a large number of organisms didn't fall into either category, means Plantae or Animalia. Hence, the two kingdom classification used for a long time was found inadequate then. Ernest Haeckel, a German zoologist, in 1866, he developed three kingdom system and proposed third kingdom, Protista, right? And included all unicellular microscopic organisms of algae, fungi, protozoa, and also bacteria under the kingdom Protista, right? So scientists gave this concept as prokaryotic, eukaryotic, and Protista, right? Prokaryotic, pro means primitive, karyon means nucleus. You know this is characterized by cells have non-membrane bound DNA, right? Then semi-rigid cell wall composed of murine complex. Eukaryotic then, U means true, karyon means nucleus, is characterized by cells have a well-organized nucleus, well-developed mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, etc. Also, flagella consists of a 9 plus 2 fibrillar organization, right? And protista characterized by prokaryotic protist and eukaryotic protist, right? However, Haeckel's system was not widely accepted, and microorganisms continued to be classified as plants, right, or animals. Plants like bacteria and fungi also included in plants. Animals like protozoa, right? So nucleated and anucleated organisms were kept together in Protista. Heterotrophic bacteria and fungi are placed along with autotrophic algae. After that, Copeland in 1956 proposed the fourth kingdom classification, right? So four kingdoms are Munera, Protista, Metaphyta means green plants, and Metazoa animals, right? In this system, he gave prokaryotic protist into different kingdom Munera, while other protists remain in the same group, Protista, right? So, though the fourth kingdom system is highly developed, but it suffered from several deficiencies, like lack of fundamental differences between fungi and other eukaryotic protists, Based on various characteristics such as histone distribution and chromosomal organization, ecological and nutritional role, etc., it is difficult to place the fungi in any one of the above kingdoms, that is Monera, Protista, Metaphyta, or Metazoa. Then five kingdom classification system. An American ecologist, Robert Whittaker, in 1969 proposed five kingdom classification on the basis of the complexity of the cell structure, complexity of body organization, and mode of nutrition and phylogenetic relationship. Right? So the kingdoms are Monera, Protista, fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. First characteristic of Monera. The Monerians are unicellular organisms. The cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan and is stiff. Asexual reproduction through binary fission. Monerian contain 78 ribosomes. Flagella serve as the locomotory organ. Monerian lacks mitochondria, lysosome, Golgi bodies, endoplasmic reticulum, and centrosome. These are environmental decomposers, right? Monerian are environmental decomposers and mineralizers. Examples of Monera are bacteria, blue-green algae, and mycoplasma. Protista. All protists are eukaryotic cells with a well-defined nucleus and membrane-bound organelle. Protista varies in terms of size, shape, and life form and can be found in various habitats, including aquatic environments, freshwater and marine, then moist terrestrial environment, and within the bodies of other organisms also as symbiotes or parasites, right? So protists can be autotrophic or heterotrophic. They can reproduce both sexually and asexually. Many protists are capable of movement also using structures like flagella, cilia, and pseudopods. Pseudopods. Pseudo means false, pod means feet, right? Some protists, especially algae, have cell wall made up of materials like cellulose, silica, or calcium carbonate. Protists can form symbiotic relationship with other organisms, including mutualistic relationship and parasitic interactions, right? Examples are algae, amoeba, euglena, plasmodium, and slime molds. Fungi then. Fungi are heterotrophic. They use complex organic compounds as source of energy and carbon, not photosynthesis. Fungi multiply either asexually, sexually, or both. Majority of fungi produce spores, which are defined as haploid cells that can undergo mitosis to form multicellular haploid individuals. Fungi interact with other organisms by either forming beneficial or mutualistic association, like mycorrhiza or lichens, right? Or by causing serious infections, diseases. Next, Plantae. Organisms within kingdom Plantae are multicellular, eukaryotic, and autotrophic. Cell walls of plants are composed of cellulose. They have an ability to grow by cell division. In life cycle of plant cells, the interchanges occur from embryos and are supported by other tissues and self-produce. Embryos are the small masses of unspecialized cells, right? Then plants are both organs and organ systems. They obtain their energy from sun through photosynthesis. You know this, right? Plants reproduce both by sexual and asexual means, and plants develop a self-defense mechanism to protect them, and they lack motility. Animalia. All animals are multicellular, holozoic, eukaryotic, and heterotrophs. Adult animals develop from embryos, as I told you now, a small masses of unspecialized cells. Most animals ingest their food and then digest it in some kind of internal cavity. So, holozoic, we use the word for animals, right? So the animals of the phylum are related with each other and have the common ancestor. Somewhere around 9 or 10 million species of animals inhabit the earth, right? About 8 lakh species have been identified. Animal phyla means biologists recognize about 36 separate phyla within the kingdom Animalia, if we will talk about animal phyla, right? Six kingdom system then. In 1977, Carl Voigt proposed six kingdom system. The kingdom Monera or prokaryotes divided into two kingdoms, Archaebacteria and Eubacteria. Other kingdoms remain the same as proposed by Whitaker. So six kingdoms are Archaebacteria, Eubacteria, Protista, Plantae, fungi, and Animalia. Eighth kingdom system. Cavalier-Smith proposed eight-kingdom classification of living organisms on the basis of cell structure and genetic organization. He considered ultrastructural characteristics as well as rRNA sequence and other molecular characteristics. He divided the living organism into two empires, bacteria and eukarya, and eight kingdoms. The first empire, bacteria, divided into two kingdoms, eubacteria and archaebacteria. The second empire, eukarya, divided into six kingdoms, archezoa, then chromista, protozoa, fungi, plantae, and animalia. Right? The classification system commonly used today is based on the Linnaean system and has 8 levels of taxa, from the most general to the most specific. So these are first domain, then kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe for more. Thank you.